everybody. Very excited to be here. Just to reiterate what Chris said, this being the second year, this being my first time here actually to Manila and to the Philippines. Very excited to be part of the Master Game Face All-Star Challenge. Thank you, Jonathan, also for having me. Also very excited to be here in Boystown, Manila as well to work with the kids. I obviously know what it's like growing up and looking up to different stars like Chris and some of the pro athletes and college athletes that I looked up to. So hopefully we'll be able to show these kids a good time today, and you guys were able to get out there, take pictures, and enjoy it with us. So very excited to be here. To take place in the festivities, to be here with the different brand ambassadors, with Jonathan, with all my people, and hopefully we can have a lot of fun and just take it all in. So I'm very excited to be here in the Philippines, and I'll keep saying it. Let's have some fun today. The Western Conference, it's very tough, the power forward position. I mean, you have guys like Blake Griffin, Marcus Aldridge, older players that have been veterans throughout the league, like Zach Randolph, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan on the Spurs, David Lee on the Golden State Warriors, myself included, Pau Gasol. I mean, you have guys at the power forward position. That's just the Western Conference that, night in and night out, you have to compete against. And, you could be playing in San Antonio one night against Tim Duncan and have to fly home on a back-to-back and play a guy on Memphis and Zach Randolph. So it's definitely a tough dynamic to have to go against different players like that. Zach is obviously a left-handed guy, very unorthodox. Tim Duncan is I would say, oldie but goodie, a guy that has withstood the test of time, drinking from the fountain of youth. A guy that has continued to get better, won his 5th championship early this week, last week, Sunday, closed out the finals of Game 5 against the Heat. So, I would say, really, throughout the entire league, I'd say the Western Conference, probably all those players that I mentioned are who I look forward to going against and competing against on a nightly basis. I thought the matchup between the Heat and the Spurs, I personally thought it was going to go 6 or 7 games like it did last year. I thought the Heat, or I should say, the Heat were going to win it in 5 or 6 games last year, and the Spurs had a chance to close it out in Game 6. The basketball gods were with the Heat. Bosh got the rebound, kicked it out to Ray Allen. He hit the 3. LeBron hit the 3. With about 20 seconds left to bring him within a few points. Spurs missed a couple free throws, and they ended up coming back and winning in Game 7. So this year, I thought it'd be tough for anybody to beat LeBron and company in 7 games, but you just can never count out Greg Popovich and the Spurs. They play so well together. They play team basketball. They move the ball extremely well. Anybody on the team can really step in and play big minutes and step up for them at any time. I mean, you look at a guy like Boris Diaw, who's kind of like the X factor for them, a guy who's an unsung hero. Kind of like Patty Mills really stepped up in Game 5 when Tony Parker didn't have the best shooting night. Kawhi Leonard, very soft-spoken guy, who ended up being the Finals MVP. They just have different guys throughout their entire lineup that can really step up, I mentioned, at any time and make a big impact. So you just can never count out the Spurs. And, speaking of the test of time, and they're, 15 years apart from another championship. That's pretty special.
First time to the Philippines, first time to Manila, and the people have been great so far. The kids were great today, and just looking forward to enjoying the game with the Master Game Face All-Star Challenge. So I'm really looking forward to it. The NBA, what's the saying? NBA cares. I mean, we always love to give back in different ways. The NBA is continuing to expand. It's a global game. Continuing to be one of the most, if not the most popular sport in the entire world. So, to give back to the community, no matter where it is, it's always a big thing for us.
Thank you so much.
All right, we want to bring it in. Let's get a break. What do we want to say?
That's it.
Boystown?
Boystown, yeah, Boystown.
Boystown on 3. 1, 2, 3. Boystown!